Hey guys, sorry about the previous reading. I didn't realize that the sound wasn't working. Thank you guys for letting me know, those who did. This is obviously a reading about the Divine Masculine's Pentacles and the current situation they're in. And I will start over with the current energy. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. So if you can hear me okay, can you please click or write yes this time around? And I'm sorry about the previous video. So if you guys can hear me. Hi there, Juana. Can you guys hear me okay? I didn't realize that the sound was bad on the previous one, so I'm starting over and recapping. Yes, sounds perfect. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. So we were looking into the situation with the Divine Masculine and the current energy. Perfect. Thank you. And so the current energy with their work environment is that a new start is obviously coming. The Judgments card is here, as well as there's been some corruption in their environments and the systems they've been in, and the sort of the law also came out. So I'm actually going to now take the cards and I'm going to start over with the same intention energy for clarification of the current energy regarding the masculine polarities and just the current energy in general regarding pentacles, but a lot's coming through regarding the current energy for a lot of the masculines and the systems they're in, a lot of tower. So I am going to basically start the reading over as if none of this came out. And, maybe there's a different message for the collective. So with that being said, I will put all these back. And angels, guides, ascended masters, 5D and above, please come through and give the collective any necessary messages that they need regarding the pentacles, their masculine polarity in the current state of the situation. So, angels, that's any message again above. What is the current energy regarding the masculine polarity in the situation they're currently in? What is happening in the paradigm around them? There's been a lot of instability. So there's a fiery climax that is approaching. What I'm getting, and this is very similar to the first three cards that came out in the last reading, which was the communication, in that it's time for a lot of them to really begin to speak up. They've been very paralyzing their emotions. Very, it's almost like they always wanted to be the good guy and never speak about the current situations that they're feeling, even if things were not what they should have been. It's almost like it was easier to turn a blind eye, and now the fiery climax is approaching regarding the worlds around them. And here with what needs to be released, it's really about it's about speaking the truth that has been weighing them down, the thing that's been torturing them mentally for so long. With the fiery climax approaching, and that being very much the energy that was set forth before, can we get a clarification card as far as the fiery climax? And one more card. The Empress at the bottom of the deck for clarification, or for confirmation, I should say. So if you guys saw the previous reading, you saw that the Judgment card obviously came out. And so here we are again with the Judgment card in regards to clarification of the fiery climax that approaches. What I'm getting here with the Three of Wands also is there's a boat here, as you can see, and it's almost like it's on fire, and there's like the light that's coming out of it, and what I'm hearing is burn the ships. And it's almost like this energy was set forth and has been in the making for a while, and now the Judgment is here. And with the Two of Pentacles, there's going to be a change, a radical change regarding the work situation. And the reason why that's relevant is because it's going to trigger a reset. So with the Judgment card and the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, front and center. Oh gosh, there's so much. Oh, please give us a message regarding the current situation and the environments that they are in. So, Memory and Keeper of the Lost is the bottom of the deck, and just reward, evaluation, and respite is here with ferocity, creation, and motherhood. What I'm getting is for a lot of the feminine, is time to hold space. With ferocity being here, I'm getting that the judgment is coming quite furiously. There's going to be a lot of evaluation, obviously. And with just reward, I'm also seeing a master reset button in the world that they are in. Oh, wow. A lot of the same cards that we just drew. I'm getting that there a lot for a lot of them, their heart's been poured out into this, and now it's falling apart here with this is an interesting kind of a death. So you see his pouring his cups, and it's like there's nothing left there. Like they've been emotionally drained and exhausted. They've poured so much into this, and here with the Fool in reverse, it's that there is this journey's over, is what I'm getting for a lot of them, and the here with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you can see that he's actually got a handcuff, like almost like a golden handcuff, but it's not golden. Um, and with that in reverse, it's that there is no stability in the current environment. They felt that it's very much a death energy, and then here where the Four of Swords is a contemplation of what it is that they how their life got to this point. There's also quite a bit of denial and confusion. Here with the Judgment, we also go back to, adjust, reward, and evaluation. So for a lot of them, it is recalibrating. It's like resetting the karmic ties, the karmic. I'm getting also a lot of them will be getting a judgment against them. A lot of them, whatever protections they may have thought that they had in place, will be being pierced. And this will cause them to find their baseline and who they are without those things. I'm getting if the situation, the current environment, if a lot of it can be salvaged. And here with the second house of owning and the Two of Pentacles, it does seem like it can, but let's see. So know that you guys, this card kept coming out. Life stats. And this is going to be the Clarifier Escape. So I'm getting that a lot of them will want to escape their current situation. It's hard for them to picture reinvention right now. Friends reversed here with the 11th house. It's like they don't know who to trust or who to turn to. With the house here of, oh, so I'm gonna move this up. The house here of owning with the endings and beginnings in life stats. I it seems to be very much confirmation of what we had just said. Of for a lot of them, that which they own will escape them. It'll be the judgment, literally a judgment on them. The endings and beginnings. So you guys saw the previous reading that wasn't that you guys couldn't hear it, but you saw the endings and beginnings come again, and then here with live stats, and it is that energy of recalibration. With the endings and beginnings, it seems. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm being asked to pull from this deck as to whether this could be salvaged and to what degree it can. With the Ace of Discs upright, Princess of Cups in reverse, and with the adjustments and the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. With the Ace of Pentacles, it very much does seem like a rebirth, a new beginning. Whether there's new beginning, whether the new beginning will be within the people they've been close to, is dependent on their willingness to understand the role that they've played in this and not acting out of ego. The Princess of Cups in reverse. With the Princess of Cups in reverse, I'm getting that it's important for them now more than ever to not act reactively. There's not communication right now because they are so introspective and so in their. They almost can't believe this is happening. With the Hermit here as well. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands and then the Tower again. And so here with the adjustments, we still have this Hanged Man, and the Ace of Discs will require adjustments. I'm also getting that here with the Hanged Man, there's definitely responsible parties. It's not themselves though. I'm getting that it's not them. But they've let their life get to this point by not speaking. With the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Tower's here again, and then completion. So a lot of about this is about completing this cycle for good. The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, there's absolutely nothing left. What is the energy over a lot of their environment? What is the Judgment? You guys, it's the Judgment again. It is Judgment Day. But that's not always a bad thing. It's just a lot of the world as they know it, the systems as they knew it, those are over. or will be recalibrated, but that leaves room for a new beginning. It also leaves room for a lot of, as the truth comes out, for a restart and a reset on a solid foundation. With the Angel of Rain and the Angel of Divination, which is the card that was originally my thumbnail for this, it really speaks about, what I'm getting is like letting go of all that doesn't serve. And here the Angel of Rain is also this almost like crying, letting go of those energies, letting go of the ego, those emotions that they've pent up, that we've all pent up, to just let them go. With the Angel of Divination here, I do feel like they will be divinely guided beyond this point. They're getting to a point of surrendering the ego to let room for a proper beginning, a solid foundation. But the judgment is coming in very aggressively, and there's going to be a lot of judgments paid back to the life stats. And there's going to be a lot of struggle. No, the Five of Wands, the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Again, the Three of Swords, a lot of suffering. With the Legacy, though, the Ten of Discs here coming out, I do see that this ending will be the foundation for a solid new beginning that will lead them to the proper path and their mission work. It's given them what they needed to find themselves and then to rebirth anew. Is the system, is there going to be changes to where they're in the system? Will it be with the Six of Wands? There's a few cards here. After this cleansing, there is a world called, and then there's again that's a double 10 of Pentacles, and the triples is a third 10, with the Wheel of Fortune as a 10 at the top. The feminine is very much going to step into their alignment and their power. Not only that, the awakened polarity. Is the decision maker in a lot of this. This is not new, but it's very interesting and it's very clear that whether the world as they know it survives is very dependent on how they treat, go about, or let in the awakened twin polarity counterpart. You can see that the world card here is a feminine figure standing over what seems to be a few bodies, and she's holding the rest of the world. Either way, the awakened polarity, that's what the divine feminine gets, is going to have their 10 of Pentacles on 3 accounts. And the masculine polarity is going to circle back to their alignment, whether and how aggressive the fall is, or if there's like an entirely new beginning with leaving everything behind, is very predicated on how they go about mending the judgment, the life stats. With, I'm also getting that a lot of these people had have aggressive implications in. So what just came through is that a lot of the world around them played a big role in keeping them away from their highest potential and even from their um, counterpart, their twin flame, and just their counterparts in general. And it is a lot of that. It is for that reason. A lot of the reason why this is all collapsing. It seems with the change card in reverse that just came out, is that they're resisting change, but on a soul level, they actually have change. It also is what I'm getting to is that they want to move forward without acknowledging or apologizing their role in the past. And that's, there is no moving forward without that. And if that doesn't happen, it's so this is the ancient wonder, and they're going to left it be incomplete and yearning. There's going to be no absolution. There's going to be an absolution of their environment, but no absolution in their mental or heart space. And but on the other side of that, there is a community and understanding. There's something here. Hi Jennifer, hi Trilla, hi Juana. Sorry, I can't see the screen that well, but these are some interesting energies that they're so many cards. Well, oh, well, actually, I was gonna say too many cards, but there is a codependency nature in a lot of these people's environments. It's almost like uh, been engineered to be toxic in a lot of ways. Stay optimistic. There's a lot of deception worth waiting for, getting to know each other, keep an open mind. And this is for the feminists to stay optimistic and getting to know what means getting to know each other, getting to know the two polarities within yourself. What's coming to us is definitely worth waiting for. No matter which way this lands, the feminine will end up with the who's done the work will end up with what they've always wanted. With the deception card, though, the world around them, everyone around them, including themselves, I'm getting that they've been wearing a mask because the world around them was very false, and the mask now is coming down. With I think what is it? Three judgments have come out so far, not including the previous video. And it's also the fact that the world around them. Oh, the Lovers card. The world around them has actively, in the Chariot card, actively kept them apart. That's a lot of what they will be paying for. And here we have the Three of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, and the Lovers upright. There's a lot of what I'm getting here is there's a lot of the worlds around them pretended to be their friends or and it's almost like losing their false gods, pretended to be their people they could trust that have turned on them. With the Three of Cups in reverse here, I'm also getting, you know how a lot of the Three of Cups have like the cups like circling around, that they're swallowing all that, those that have tried to turn on them. There's some energy of betrayal here. Someone's betrayed the masculine in this situation, and pretty badly. It seems like. Can we get a clarification as to if there was betrayal? Oh, that was quick. So they were betrayed, obviously, here with the Six of Pentacles financially in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse. All those. This is messy, guys. This is very messy. Another Ten of Swords. This is likely not going to withstand. Ten of Wands. Five of Swords in reverse. They have been betrayed badly financially with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. That's what's triggering so much of. It's like both twins have energetically been betrayed. And you know what it is the energy of that control that wanted to control the masculine party to like not stand their ground or to not rise or to keep their twins apart. That's what is now, those swords are now turning on that party or parties. And at the very least, with the Ten of Swords here, it's going to at least kill off or reset the perpetrator of this. And this is going to cause the masculine to, I guess in a way, forgive them, but this is dead weight. The Ten of Wands, I mean, this is that acknowledgement that it's over here with the Ten of Wands, but the unwillingness to acknowledge it. It's like never absolution. What's interesting and what I'm getting is that it may not be over for everyone that's been around them. Can I get a clarification for what exactly it's over in this story? What is what are the Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands here? Envy. There's a lot of envy. Oh, there's a lot of envious energies around the masculine polarity and the twin. There's a lot of envious energies on those, and that's the reason. What? That's what's ending, and whether those people will be removed, the control, the ill will, that will be removed from the world around them, leading them to the star in the way. It seems that they're going to be okay anyway. It seems like they're very, very overwhelmed energetically and emotionally, and that's why a lot of them have a hard time communicating, and they're coming forward and then withdrawing, coming forward, or they're about to come forward, you can feel them about to come forward and they withdraw. They're clear. They are clear on a spiritual level, their higher self, about how to get out of the situation, how to evolve it, how to transcend it, and how to get everything they ever wanted. They're not necessarily confused. They're in denial about what is happening right now. They're in denial about the fact that their false idols are collapsing, and that which they were holding on to is now collapsing, right? And then there with the transformation card, it's literally the card you guys saw in the last video that had the auditory problem. That was the transfiguration. That was the primary energy of where the masculine is right now. They're really looking at a deep cellular level, deep healing, and understanding the role they've played in all of this, and the people that they valued, how they've actually were willing to deceive them, throw them under the bus. And this is causing them to really look within at the deepest levels, and to set new boundaries so their higher self can be unbound is also, but they're not quite there yet. That is why it's in reverse, and that's almost where they're headed with this transformation. Is part of it is understanding the boundaries of that which doesn't serve them, the people that don't have the greater interest and the greater good of all involved, and in finding those boundaries that their higher self and everything they ever wanted, there's Ten of Pentacles, will then be unbound and opened for their taking. As far as the institutions around them go, their workplace, their jobs, well, the Ten of Swords is ruin. The universe is upright. The Emperor and the Lovers in reverse. The Aeons in reverse. Well, everything except the universe is in reverse. So the universe, what I'm getting is that this is definitely divinely orchestrated and guided. This is very much the moon at the bottom of the deck is in reverse. This is very much meant to happen. And it's being guided. So that's why there hasn't been union so far, is because they've been needing to transmute these things, and they need to see the world for what it is and the people for who they really are. Here with the Emperor in reverse, the Aeon in reverse, the Sorrow with the Three of Swords, and the Princess of Disc. It's really seeing that the world for what it is and the people they've had in their lives for who they are. But we're in the right place at the right time. And that is what I'm getting. And so up here, there is something here actually for the feminine and the universe. There's a message about trust. There's a message from the universe of optimism regarding all this. Soul Song. So there is a message that wants to come through. Okay. Manifestation. So in alignment, and alignment has been coming out for a while. And Soulcraft and Soulmate. And it's really about the fact that we're falling into our alignment, and we're really manifesting that which is everything we ever wanted. The thing is, we're not seeing exactly what happens from here, and as we are in the crossover of free will and divine will. But with that, we're falling into our alignment, and that's very clear. Like, it's happening in the perfect timing for the soulmate and for the greater good of all. That's why this is happening. Soulcraft expansion. I don't think it's over either for the I mean, I keep wanting to say that, but I don't know if I believe it. Look, it's not over until it's over, right? So you know, with the faith card, anything could happen. People, I mean, as a collective, can rise. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but and this card also came out in the last one. If you guys saw it, and it is the card of benefits. And I'm meaning that there could be a recalibration. There could be a way to repair or to try to repair or amend that in whom which they have wronged. With the return of Jupiter, also Jupiter always speaks of truth, and so it's like the return of the truth and the benefits that come with that. I mean, it's we're in their alignment, and I think that's probably what people care about the most. We are in our alignment. This is, you know, after every death is a rebirth. I just, I there there's something that wants to come out about their current situation, or there's an energy that obviously wants to understand. I don't know if your masculine's watching or something, but there's energy that wants to understand what happens from here. That's very clear regarding the world around them and their financial pinnacles. Justice, truth, and duty. Yeah, it's just the justice card. Like it's just judgment. Like it's just the truth is going to come out. Justice of pandemonium. That's gonna. It's obviously going to cause havoc. There's going to be consequences, rejection opportunities. There's going to be rejection of a lot of the old stuff, a lot of the things that haven't been serving the greater good of all, that have not been serving the masculine, that haven't been serving these people. That's going to come to rejection. There's going to be consequences, but with those consequences, there will be new opportunity. Sorry if I sound frustrated. It's just I've been watching this firsthand for a long time, and it's just it doesn't make it easier because you've known ahead of time. It really doesn't, and it's just really sad. Um, the champion of Avalon's at the bottom of the deck, so the light in the darkness. I think this is speaking about the awakened twin at this point. At the end of the day, what's meant to be our, like the work we've done, what we've manifested, what we've put in, what's meant to be ours will be ours. The champion of Avalon, the companionship, nobility, self-realization, that's obviously where the masculines are headed. That's where we're all headed, is understanding our role and being acceptance and gracious and healing through all this. The light in the darkness, it's really about holding space and helping the world around us really just navigate these energies and help to the best of our abilities. With that said, with the poet and the storyteller and the Lord of the Riches, I do feel like at the end of the day, there will be abundance, guys. It seems like this is a gloomy period, especially for a lot of the masculines and their pentacles. But at the end of the day, it does show, and that's something that intuitively and I have known is like it's all going. We are ultimately going to have the abundance and all that came out on 3 accounts multiple times. As far as the current environment goes, the current energy, the current place, it really is a collective effort at this point and doing the right thing collectively and letting go of that which doesn't serve us collectively from the top. I feel like I'm going to keep drawing the judgment card over and over and over again from every imaginable deck. But I hope that was helpful. I know this is reading, like I said at the beginning, it would be a little different. It would be more 3D. Most of my readings are a lot more 5D layered in depth. I think a lot of people need to understand kind of what's going on in the 3D to make sense of it all. And in a lot of ways, sometimes we need that, right? So with that being said, guys, if you register for rubenonce.com, it's free to register, and I do pull a lot of cards for the community there behind that, and it's ultimately I hope that there is something here. Any final thoughts, notes, messages, guidance? That's a lot. That's a lot of guidance. Sagittarius, Leo, a lot of fire energy. Scorpio. Sagittarius and Scorpio. Pluto. I did like these are what I mean is these are intense emotions. They're extreme emotions. They go both ways. The moon cards at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot to look within, but at the end of the day, nothing's a coincidence, and this is all for a reason. Final message of hope, aspirations, dreams, guidance. Vesica Pisces. And this is the card that I could have sworn I saw it before it came out. The first time I picked up the deck, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And because it didn't come out, but yeah, nothing has gone wrong, and that's pretty much what I've been saying. Like we're exactly where we're meant to be, how we're meant to be with the Vesica Pisces, both, and the nothing has gone wrong. Both have the overlapping circle triangles. We're exactly with the heart in the middle. We're exactly where we're meant to be. This is just seemingly unprecedented times, but we're returning to balance in the heart space is what this is telling me. and the masculine and negative polarities, the dark and the light. It will be integrative process of unity, right? Because there is no dualities, going back to unity and going back to the heart space, and that nothing's gone wrong ultimately. And I do feel like there's obviously hope for this systemic situation. But as far as you guys go, the Awakened Twins and even the Matrix Twins are going to be okay. And ultimately, I do see the Ten of Pentacles here for the people that have done their work across the board. There's going to be a lot of good people around them that I think will get to know on a closer level. And I do see, and this came out on the 3 accounts, the Ten of Pentacles, we're going to have everything we wanted with the right people. A lot of the negative intentions and negative consciousness has to shed or terminate or go away. With that, though, the good will snap back together. That represents on our alignments and the greater good of us all. So, Ruben, is it ever the feminine's job to tell the DM that they are twin flames? Juana, I actually, for my case, I as soon as I discovered it, I did tell them, and they acknowledged it. They understand it. They even told a lot of the people that they value in their life that they didn't know exactly how it implied or affected their life, but they did tell the worlds around them that this is something that they knew, and that that is two is it's one soul, two bodies, and so I think if you're guided to do so, depending on the constant conversation, I don't see why not. Um, I think it goes back to intention when whether it ruins it or not. I don't think it ruins it. I think as far as intention goes, I said it because I was legitimately confused as to what the heck was happening in the world around us, and so I think it's something to look within and introspect as far as that goes. But we can talk about it more on the community pages. I think you are on there on rubendance.com. With that being said, guys, I hope this was helpful. You can obviously book a private reading and all of that, and I'll post that in the comments below. But any other previous videos would have that information. And so, with that said, guys, love and light, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.